Okay, guys, we are back now, ready to do our first project over the element of art of form. This is what our project today is going to look like as our introduction. No popsicles today, just 6 boxes where we are going to draw 6 basic forms. We have a rectangular prism, we have a pyramid, we have a cone, a sphere, a cube, and a cylinder. So to start, we're going to need a sheet of paper, and we are going to fold our paper in half like a hot dog. And then we're going to fold our paper in thirds. So I'm going to fold it partly in on one side, and then I'm going to flip it and I'm going to fold it all the way to the crease on the other side. When I open this up, I will have 6 boxes. Okay, so to do this, I am then going to take my pencil and I am going to trace my fold lines. So I am tracing on each of the creases. And now I have my 6 boxes for my project. Now the first shape we're going to draw is going to be called a rectangular prism. That's a big word, so we're going to spell it out together. Rectangular is R-E-T-A-N-G-U-L-A-R. Prism is P-R-I-S-M. Now, to draw a rectangular prism, we're going to start with a basic rectangle shape. So this right here is a basic 2D rectangle shape. To make it look like it's 3-dimensional, so a rectangular prism, we need to give it height, width, and depth. The way we do that, we want to show the top and the side of this rectangle. So we're going to add a little diagonal line from each of those corners on the top, and then a straight line. So see how this line and this line match? Those are called parallel. This line and this line match, and that's called parallel. So now we have a rectangle with a flat front side, and now we have a top. We need to add the edge. We're going to do that by drawing a line coming down, and then we're going to add the angled line again. So this line and this line are now parallel, and this line and this line are parallel. We have now created what is called a rectangular prism. The next form is a pyramid. P-Y-R-A-M-I-D. Pyramid. And we draw a pyramid by starting with a triangle with 3 sides, kind of at an angle, and then we're going to create another triangle attached to it. So we're kind of looking at it like here is a crease, and here's one side and side 2 of the pyramid. The next one is a cone, C-O-N-E, and a cone is going to start off like a triangle, but instead of having a straight bottom, it's going to have a rounded bottom. This is going to be like an ice cream cone or a construction cone. Okay. Next we have a sphere, S-P-H-E-R-E, sphere. Now, the sphere is going to look like a circle. And the only way we're going to be able to show that it is a sphere is by coloring it using a little bit of value. And I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. The next one is a cube. A cube is similar to the rectangular prism, but instead of being a rectangle, it's going to start with a square. So we start with our basic square. Now, just like we did for our rectangular prism, for the cube, we need to make the 2 angled lines coming from the top. Remember, these are going to be parallel. And now I need to make one going this way because these lines need to be parallel. Now I have the front and the top, and I need the side. So to do the side, I'm going to draw a line coming down that's parallel to this one. And then I'm going to do an angled line just like this one. So now I have a cube because I have a square that has a front side, and I can see the top and the side. The last shape we're going to do, the last form, is a cylinder. C-Y-L-I-N-D-E-R. a cylinder is like a can. So like a can of soda, a can of soup. We're gonna start by making an oval at the top, drawing 2 straight lines on each side, and then making a curved bottom. That is how you make a cylinder, to make it look like it's 3-dimensional. Now, I have my drawings completed, but I'm gonna make them look more realistic by adding some value. If you guys remember, value is light to dark of one color. So I'm gonna start with my rectangular prism. I am going to go ahead and outline my prism. And then I am gonna color each side a different shade of my green so that I can show the differences. So I'm gonna do my very light green here. I think I'm gonna do a medium here, and then I'm gonna do a very dark here. That kind of helps give the illusion that we have a 3-dimensional object. Now, for my pyramid, I'm gonna start by tracing it again. And I only have 2 sides on this one, so I only need to create 2 shades. So there's 1 shade, and then I'll go a little bit darker for my second shade. By creating the 2 different colors, I give the illusion that one is being maybe highlighted a little bit and one is in the dark a little bit. Next we have the cone, and I'm gonna trace my cone. Now the cone is kind of a flat looking image, but we know in real life it would be curved. So when we color, we are gonna color starting dark on one edge, and we are gonna slowly transition into a medium, and then into a lighter, all the way to a very light. And the reason we do this is to help give the illusion that maybe a highlight is hitting this side and it's curving, and this is in the shadow. We're gonna use that same technique for our sphere. So our sphere is just a circle right now. To give it the illusion that it's curving, we want to add dark, and then we want to transition into the medium, and then we want to end up really soft. So again, we have the dark, the medium light, all the way to the light. And then I colored a little sloppy on that one, so I'm gonna retrace it. And that would be our sphere. Ideally, it now looks like it's curved. For the cube, it's gonna be very similar to the rectangular prism. We are gonna outline it, and then we are gonna color 3 different shades. So maybe we're gonna do light, medium, and dark. And there is our cube. Okay, the last shape that we have is actually the form of cylinder. So we're gonna start with the outlining again. And then again, we wanna show that this is a curved design. So we could do it very similar to how we did the cone and the sphere, where we start darker, we go a little bit lighter to a medium, and then we end up with a very soft. And then same thing for the top. Maybe I'm gonna start dark and work my way to a light. Okay, so your project for today is demonstrating that you can draw the 6 forms shown here: a rectangular prism, a pyramid, a cone, a sphere, a cube, and a cylinder. You will draw with pencil, and then you will use value and colored pencils or crayons to shade to make them look more realistic. All right, guys, I know this one is a challenge, but I have faith that you guys can do it. All right, I can't wait to see these projects, and when you are finished, make sure you upload it to It's Learning or send it to me via email. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.